Hey everyone, welcome back to a new Hopwander Devlog. It's a small game about a frog exploring sky islands and helping out spirits. So first things first, sorry for the lack of updates. I've been grinding studies, but I'm back and I've got some fun things to show you. Also, thank you all so much for the support lately. The channel's been growing a lot, and the comments, feedback, and energy have been awesome. And look at this, people are actually making fan art. You guys are awesome. So if you want to hang out, share your work, or just chat about frogs and game dev, come join the Discord. It's a fun little community and I'd love to see you there. Alright, let's get into what I've been working on. Level design. In earlier devlogs I showed you some nice looking levels, and while they looked okay and kind of worked, they weren't actually designed. They were just spaces I threw together to test mechanics. There was no structure, no flow. But now I've started working on what should be the first real level of the game, and that's where things got tricky. You see, level design isn't just about building pretty places, it's about guiding players through space. It's about teaching mechanics, setting expectations, pacing emotions, and helping players feel like they're discovering something. And once I started doing that, I realized I'm not great at level design. At least not yet. I've been blocking out layouts, trying to understand how a player might explore, where they might get stuck, and what makes an area feel fun. It's so hard. If any of you know great resources for learning level design, please drop them in the comments. I'm all ears. Part of the problem is this. I'm making a game that wants to be both cozy and action-adventure, and those are kinda at odds with each other. Cozy games are about slowing down, enjoying the moment, talking to characters, farming, etc. Action games are about challenge and tension. They push you. So where does Hopwander fit in? Here's what I've decided. Every island in the game will be split into two sections. A village area where things are calm, you take on small quests, talk to NPCs, explore the small area freely. And a more structured action zone with puzzles, light combat, and a bit of that Metroidvania style progression. This way, I don't have to choose between cozy and challenge. I can just create a rhythm between them, a kind of emotional pacing.
Just make an open world.
Yeah, no. I'm not trying to spend the next few years on this. I want Hopwander to be finishable. Let's just call it an action light adventure. A cozy game with a few sharp teeth. So don't expect it to be a super long game, it's going to be on the shorter side. The first level I'm working on takes place in a mystic forest, and I wanted it to feel moody. And one of the small details I wanted was cloud shadows passing overhead. Unreal actually has a feature for this, but I'm using a custom cell shader, and it didn't play nicely. So I cheated. I built a fake shadow system using a custom shader that scrolls across the landscape, mimicking how clouds move over the world. It really sells the feeling of a place that's alive, like something's always shifting above you, even if you're standing still. Quick plug here, if you're enjoying these devlogs, consider subscribing. My sub to view ratio is kind of a mess, so help me out. And while you're at it, don't forget to wishlist Hopwander on Steam. It makes a huge difference. For months, you have been commenting, where's the tongue? Why doesn't the frog have a tongue? And honestly, you were right. The frog didn't feel like a frog. I could have replaced him with any other character and it wouldn't have changed a thing. So, I finally added a tongue mechanic. I reused a mechanic I had from an old slingshot weapon. The tongue shoots out a sphere, and once it hits a surface or max distance, it comes back. I attached a rope to the sphere, added a few animations and sound effects, and boom, tongue. Aiming it was tough though, so I added some basic aim assist. It works by shooting a sphere cast forward, and if it hits something, it rotates the player toward it. It definitely needs tweaking, but for now it helps a lot. The tongue is used for mid-range attacks, but I'm planning to slowly expand its functionality. Later in the game, you'll unlock new abilities like grappling. I've already started experimenting with puzzle design, for example using the tongue to toggle distance switches. It's a small change that already makes the frog feel 10 times better, and I'm excited to keep building on it. Since every island needs a boss, I've started working on one for the forest level. It's a deer/elk inspired forest guardian, and I want it to feel like an environmental boss, not just a guy you hit with a stick. You'll be dodging falling logs, avoiding summoned vines, reacting to the terrain itself. It's still early, super placeholdery, but the foundation is there. Again, everything you're seeing is still very much a work in progress, so don't judge the visuals too harshly yet. All this figuring out mechanics, fixing problems, learning as I go has been a huge part of making this game. Which is why today's sponsor, Brilliant, felt like a perfect fit. Brilliant is the interactive learning app that helps you get smarter every day with thousands of lessons across math, science, programming, data analysis, and AI. What I really love is how it builds problem-solving skills through interactive challenges, not just memorization. You're not just learning a topic, you're learning how to think better. Each lesson is packed with hands-on exercises that let you play with concepts, a method proven to be 6 times more effective than watching lecture videos. Their programming courses are awesome if you want to build real coding intuition. You'll learn to think like a programmer by breaking down complex problems into manageable steps, and you'll get to practice with real code, not just theory. Everything is built from the ground up using a first principles approach, and is crafted by a world-class team from MIT, Google, Caltech, and more. To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/wildrot, or scan the QR code on screen, or just click the link in the description. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Big thanks to Brilliant for supporting the channel. Oh, and before I forget, in the last video I said I'd shout out anyone who beat my high score in the minigame I made. So a huge shout out to these guys. You guys crushed it, respect. I hope that's all of you. If I missed someone, I apologize. That's it for this update. Thanks again for sticking with me. I really appreciate the support. This project has been a huge learning experience, and having you all along for the ride makes it way more fun. Don't forget to wishlist Hopwander on Steam, join the Discord, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next devlog. Cheers.